Most owners misread their dog's protective behavior entirely. They see the barking at a stranger and call it aggression. They see the positioning between them and an unfamiliar person and call it anxiety. They see the alertness when someone approaches and call it overreaction. They are applying the wrong frame to a behavior that, once read correctly, is one of the most specific and deliberate things their dog does. Your dog is not randomly reactive. She is not inexplicably nervous around strangers. In many of these moments, she is doing something that has a clear purpose, a clear direction, and a subject, and the subject is you. 6 signs. Each one a different expression of the same underlying behavior, each one easy to misread until you know what you are looking at. The first sign is positioning herself between you and an unfamiliar person or animal. You are standing somewhere and someone new enters the space, and before you have registered the arrival consciously, she has moved. Not away from the new arrival, not toward them, between. Her body is now physically occupying the space between you and the thing she has not yet assessed. This is not accidental. It is not where she happened to end up. She has placed herself at the specific point that puts her body between the unassessed variable and the person she has decided requires coverage. The positioning is deliberate, repeatable, and, in a dog who does it consistently, the behavioral signature of an animal who has assigned herself a protective function relative to you specifically. Watch where the positioning happens. It is almost always directional, oriented toward the approach of the new person rather than toward open space. She is not seeking comfort from you. She is providing coverage for you. The direction of her body tells you which of those is happening. The second sign is alerting to things you have not noticed yet. She stiffens, her ears shift forward. Her gaze fixes on something at the edge of the yard or around the corner or beyond the door, something you cannot yet detect. And she holds that alert posture, sometimes vocalizing, sometimes silent, but clearly orienting towards something real that has not yet entered your perceptual range. Her sensory equipment is registering a world that extends beyond yours. The alert is not anxiety about the unknown. It is the activation of an animal who has detected something and is doing exactly what the protective function requires, flagging the detection before the thing detected becomes close enough to require a response. The dog who alerts and then looks back at you, checking your response to calibrate her own, is a dog whose protective behavior is organized around your assessment of the situation. She is not acting independently. She is gathering your input. That look back is the behavioral signature of a dog who sees herself as working with you, not in spite of you. The third sign is escalating behavior when she perceives you are threatened. She is manageable in most social situations. She can be around strangers. She can navigate public spaces. She tolerates the ordinary variables of the environment without sustained reactivity. And then someone behaves in a way she reads as threatening toward you. Raised voice, sudden movement in your direction, the specific quality of an approach that her nervous system reads as aggressive, and the behavior changes. The escalation is proportional and directional. It is aimed at the perceived threat, not at the environment generally. It is triggered by the threat to you specifically, not by the presence of the person before the threatening behavior appeared. This is the piece most owners miss entirely. The discrimination between the same person before and after the behavior she reads as threatening tells you what the behavior is responding to. It is not the person. It is what the person is doing in relation to you. Your safety is the variable she is tracking. The fourth sign is sleeping nearest to the entrance of whatever space you are in. She has options. She could sleep beside you on the warm, soft surface nearest your body. She could sleep at the foot of the bed, or on the couch or in the dog bed positioned for comfort. And she consistently chooses the position that places her body nearest to the door, the hallway, the point of entry into the space you are sleeping in. Behavioral observation of dogs in domestic sleep environments has documented that dogs demonstrating protective orientation sleep, preferentially at the threshold, between the sleeping person and the most likely point of approach, rather than in the warmest or most comfortable available position. She is not choosing the door because it is comfortable. She is choosing it because it is the position that allows her to be between you and whatever comes through it. The position is the job. Every night she takes it. She is going on watch, so you do not have to. The fifth sign is the specific behavior change when you are unwell or distressed. You are sick, or you are sad, or you are in a state that her monitoring of you has flagged as different from your ordinary baseline. And she changes. She stays closer. She is more alert to the environment around you. She responds to approaches toward you with a heightened attention she does not show on your ordinary days. She has assessed you as currently less able to monitor your own environment, and she has adjusted her coverage upward to compensate. Not because she was told to, because her protective function is responsive to your state, not just to external threats. A healthy alert you requires less coverage than a sick, distressed you. She knows the difference, and she allocates herself accordingly. The sixth sign is the warning behavior directed at specific people without obvious cause. She likes most people. She is warm and social and unremarkable in most encounters. And there is a specific person or a specific type of person toward whom she produces a wariness that seems disproportionate, that you have been explaining away as a quirk or a bad day or just being difficult. Her nervous system is reading something yours is not. Not always correctly. Dogs can form associations and biases based on experiences that have nothing to do with the current person, and those associations can misfire. But the consistent wariness directed at a specific individual, in a dog who is not generally wary, is worth taking seriously rather than dismissing. She is not being difficult. She is reporting a read. What she is reading may be posture, microexpression, a quality of approach that does not match what the words are saying, the specific discrepancies between surface presentation and underlying state that her threat detection system is built to notice and yours is built to explain away. She has been trying to tell you something about that person. Whether or not the read is accurate, the communication is real. Most owners respond to protective behavior with correction, asking her to stop, training her out of the positioning, treating the alerting as something to be suppressed. And in the cases where the behavior is creating genuine problems, excessive reactivity, inability to manage in public, behavior that has escalated past the point where it is safe, those responses are appropriate and necessary. But before the correction, the understanding, she is not malfunctioning. She is doing the job she assigned herself. The job that comes not from training but from the specific attachment she has formed to you. The job that says, this person is mine to watch over. I will position myself between them and the unknown. I will alert when my equipment detects what theirs cannot. I will stay closest to the door while they sleep. Flip the frame. The behavior you have been reading as a problem to manage is, at its root, one of the most specific expressions of devotion available to a dog. She is not nervous. She is not reactive. She is not difficult. She is on duty for you. Every single time. Does your dog do any of these? And has there ever been a moment where her protective behavior felt like something more than just reactivity? Tell me in the comments. If this is the kind of watching you want to keep doing, subscribing means the next one finds you.